State, are you ready on Marlon Daniels? All right, court is calling night mag number 7588930 and 7588931, State of Texas versus Marlon Daniels. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
George Sharman on behalf of Daniel.
All right, and are you Mr. Daniels?
Yep.
All right, we're here on a motion in each of these cases to alter and amend your conditions of bond. State, have you had a chance to review the request?
Yes, Your
All right, State, do you have objections?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I have Ryan Spencer, his daughter here.
Oh, well, call your witness.
Well, I'll call Ryan.
Ryan Spencer?
Put it on the table.
Hello, good morning. All right, make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. Could you state your name for the record?
Ryan Ashley Daniels Spencer.
All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Defense?
All right. Would you tell the judge your relationship with Mr. Daniels?
Marlon is my father.
Okay.
And do you live with your father?
I do.
Who else lives there?
I have two little children, my 8-year-old and my 6-year-old, myself, and then I'm currently pregnant.
Now, does your father have a job?
He does.
Is he currently employed?
Currently, yes.
Now, is he able to work from home?
Right now, they're not allowing him to. They just need understanding that he's able to go to work physically, and maybe something from home could be worked out eventually. I'm not too sure.
Are you available to give him a ride from your house to work and then from work back home?
Yes, yes.
All right. Are you asking the court to allow you to do that?
Yes, please.
Do you have a vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Does it have an ignition interlock in it?
No, it doesn't.
Would you, now does Mr. Daniels have access to that?
We live together. It's at the home. As far as him driving it, no, but we do live together, yes.
In order to get the opportunity for you to drive him to work, if the court so requires, would you be able to put an ignition interlock in that car?
If that's what's deemed necessary, yes. Yeah.
What are you asking the court to do for him right now?
To allow him to be able to go to work physically. I believe that is the only thing the employer is preventing him from being able to actually go into office or work at all. So just for him to be able to go to work.
Now, why is it necessary for him to go to work?
Because, I mean, he accumulated bills. It doesn't stop. Nothing has stopped. I can only help financially so much. I know going to work would help alleviate the stuff that has came up and help assist with what's going on currently.
Can you support yourself and him if he doesn't work?
I can't do that.
So is it necessary for him to go to work and be paid by Social Security Administration?
Yes, it is.
Is that where he works?
Yes, it is.
He's a government employee
Yes, he is.
and he currently has a job.
Yes, he does.
Has he used his leave from his job? Does he have
Yes.
any leave left?
The only leave that I know of is his sick leave, which they are not allowing us to utilize.
All right. And if he were allowed to work, would you be able to tell the court that you would make certain that he doesn't leave the house except only for work?
Oh, definitely. That's the understanding. He's home now. If he is granted permission to go to work, the only place that he's gonna be allowed to go is to work, to and from work. So yes, that would be what we're going to do.
Now, does he have an ankle monitor?
Yes, he does.
Is that a GPS monitor?
Yes,
Is it expensive for him to have that monitor?
yes.
All right, so let me just stop you right there. State, do you have any objections to him being employed and going to work?
Judge, I was misinformed. I was looking at something else.
Okay,
So that's what I was looking for. I don't think at this point the state would be opposed for him to be able to work, but we would be opposed to any vehicle being at that household that didn't have ignition interlock that he possibly would have access to.
all right, so I like to get to the point sometime because maybe a lot of testimony is not needed, but if more testimony is needed, you all just let me know. So is this the only vehicle at your house? You only have one vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that vehicle is going to need ignition interlock on it. All right, so that's off the table. So
All right.
next
now,
thing,
Judge,
employment.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had asked them about that and they told me they opposed.
Well, here's the thing. We
Okay.
are where we are now.
All right.
Everyone, sometimes people hear testimony and things change. Sometimes what I'm going to do originally, once I hear different things, maybe, what I'm going to do changes. So, when you're getting what you're asking for,
Oh, I'm not.
let it lay there.
Yes, ma'am.
So they want you to have ignition interlock on the vehicle. Are you going to be able to do that?
I need to understand what that is and what I'm going to be responsible for.
Oh, well, it's a device that's placed in your vehicle. And anybody who's driving that vehicle, they have to blow into it.
Okay,
Now, state, if that vehicle has ignition interlock on it, are you okay with him driving or no?
Oh, no.
All right. So even though your vehicle will have ignition interlock on it,
okay,
he's not allowed to drive it.
okay.
All right. So there's to be no driving. Now, the next thing with regards to the GPS, do y'all still want him on GPS? All right. Counsel, I understand why they want him on GPS because it's the nature of the offense.
I understand. We're just asking if you would waive the fees for him because they're having some difficulty.
All right. I will tell you what, I'll put in there to waive the fees or defer the fees. The problem is these are third-party contracts. So I have no authority to tell them the fees must be waived. So I'll put in there that the fees are deferred
Okay,
or either waived. If they waive them, great. If they just defer them, great.
okay,
There's supposed to be a monitor that's free. I don't know where that monitor is. So I've been trying to figure out where's the free monitor and who has it, but that's where we are. So he's going to be allowed to work. State doesn't have any objection to that. There has to be ignition interlock on the vehicle. He has to have GPS. The GPS fees, I'll ask that they be waived or deferred. Anything else?
That's all we want, Judge.
All
Thank
right,
you
see
very
how
much.
this hearing ends very quickly on a, Friday's Eve?
Can I
Yes.
ask okay, so with the interlock, is that a fee as well monthly?
That is a
So-
fee.
Am I able to request a waiver on that one too?
I'll ask that it be waived or deferred, but I can tell you right now, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get an email from that company and
Mhm.
somebody's going to say, Judge, you're not allowed to waive fees on that. I know I'm not, but I write it down anyway because maybe some person will say, hey, we just found the free monitor,
Gotcha.
but you will have to pay for it though.
Okay, but as long as he's able to go to work to help assist, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay,
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
thank you.
Judge, would there be a written order for pretrial
Yes.
services? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mr.
Thank you.
Daniels, if you'll come forward, please.
Do I need to go back to my seat?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Marlon Demetrius Daniels.
All right, so Mr. Daniels, you understand that you are not allowed to drive at all. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it's discovered that you're driving, a motion is going to be filed by the state. You'll have to come in and we'll hear that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you do not understand about the court's orders?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you're allowed to go to work only. If something else comes up and say you want to go to the grocery store, You have to come back in and get an order for that. You're only allowed to leave the house to go to work. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge. I guess we're excused now. He has to go
Yes.
because of pretrial service.
Mhm. All right. Who are the parties on Marlon Daniels? We're going to go on the record. Court is calling night mag number 758930, State of Texas versus Marlon Daniels. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
George Sherman on behalf of the defendant.
And are you Marlon Daniels?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense has filed a motion for release of personal property. State, have you a chance to review that?
I reviewed it last week, Your Honor.
All right. Any objections?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, it's just, in just an abundance of caution, the state has not reviewed the possible items that would be returned. I know that there's some identifying papers, and there's other objects that we may not be opposed to necessarily. I believe Mr. Sherman said something about a scooter of some sort for getting around.
Let me go through the list and you just tell me what you have objections to, then I'll hear it. All right. His wallet.
Objection.
All right. And what is the state's objections to him receiving his wallet back?
Identification purposes, Your Honor, for him being in the vehicle.
All right. So is it possible for parties to make a copy of the items that are in the wallet, make a copy of his driver's license, make a copy of the VA documents, have the defendant and defense sign off to the fact that these are copies of the wallet, the driver's license, and the VA documents that were in the vehicle?
I'd be fine with that, Judge.
Yes, that's fine with the state. Your Honor.
All right.
As long as we can do it soon.
Well, that's something you all have to work out
Okay.
amongst each other. So the wallet, the driver's license, and the VA documents will be returned once the state has made copies of those. Mr. Daniels, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, ma'am.
You can lower your hand.
Thank you.
So you understand the wallet, the driver's license, and the VA documents will be returned to you once the state is able to make copies of those documents?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that your attorney has agreed that you will sign a document stating that the copies the state will make of the wallet, the driver's license, and the VA documents. You will sign a document stating that those documents, the originals, came from the vehicle, whatever part of the vehicle, and that you agree that they will have been found in that specific place.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Personal documents.
I don't know what the personal documents are. Your Honor.
Badge that you.
What are the personal documents?
Garage door opener, key card for work.
All right, just 1 second. Let's slow it down.
Right now.
So the garage door opener,
Key card for work.
key card for work,
And there's a gym bag and it has some miscellaneous items in it.
gym bag. Well, here's the thing. We have to be very specific.
Okay.
What's in the gym bag?
Probably pencils, pen, an air pump.
All right. So with regards to the gym bag, the court is not going to agree to release that to you until people have had a chance to view what's in the gym bag.
Okay.
All right. Garage door opener. Any objections? Okay. Key card from work.
Maybe just a copy of it, Judge. I don't know if it has a photo ID or anything.
All right. So the key card from work.
It doesn't have photo ID. Remember, it's just a regular.
All right. So what we'll do is the state will make a copy. Both defense and you will agree that that is a copy of the original that came from the vehicle. All right. So those will be released. Air pump.
So for basketball or something sort.
What is the air pump?
The air pump was basically for when I have flat tires, emergency purposes.
No objections to that.
Okay. Clothing.
I had two jackets, winter jackets, one hoodie, they're both hoodies. One's a zip up hoodie.
Winter jacket and hoodie. State, is that an item that you all can have somebody take photos of?
That's what I was going to suggest, Your Honor. We can take photos of those items.
All right. So they're going to take photos of those items. And again, council, and you will stipulate that those items were found in the vehicle?
No problem, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry.
Documentation from glove box.
I believe it's an owner manual. Might be a measuring tape, tire gauge, maybe registration and license, not license, but insurance paperwork. Can't think of anything else that might be in there.
All right, the owner manual.
We'd like that to stay with the vehicle.
All right, so the owner manual is going to stay with the vehicle, because really, what can you do with an owner manual if you don't have the vehicle? With regards to the measuring tape.
No objection.
Okay. Tire gauge,
No objection.
registration, insurance, and paperwork copies.
We'd like to at least keep that with the court, I'm sorry, with the vehicle, or at least make copies.
All right. So with that, there will be copies. Sir, are you okay?
Just breathing right now, ma'am.
Okay. Do you need to have a seat?
I think I'll be fine.
Just one second. Deputy Laura, we're going to get him a seat.
There he is.
All right. Yes. Let him have, sir, have a seat.
Thank you.
And just take deep breaths. Do we need to call somebody for you?
No, I should be fine, ma'am. Just hyperventilating.
All right. Do you need any water?
Yes, please.
I thought I had a bottle.
White out, please, on record.
Could somebody see, do we have cups in the back to get him some water? All right. Thank you.
I'll get something for you, sure.
And then State, do you have any objections to the scooter from the trunk?
Is that this a scooter like
It's,
for injured legs?
Yes.
Okay. No objection to that.
All right.
Again, I'm sorry, just to take photos of it.
Okay.
I believe there might be photos, but I have not reviewed that to make sure.
All right. So this is the court's rulings. With regards to the wallet and the contents of the wallet, this and the driver's license, the VA documents, the state is going to take photos. Both defense and Mr. Daniels are going to stipulate that those are copies of the original, and you're going to stipulate to the location it was found in the vehicle. The air pump, the state has no objections. 2 jackets, the state will take photographs of those. Mr. Daniels in defense, you will stipulate that those are items that were found in the vehicle and the location of it. Documentation, the owner manual, that will be denied. Measuring tape, the tire gauge, state if you want to take photos of those and then give them.
Yes, Sean.
The registration insurance paperwork, the state will make copies of those. Both the defense and Mr. Daniels will stipulate that the copies are the originals and to the location where they were found. Scooter from the trunk of the vehicle, state will take photos, and both defense and Mr. Daniel will stipulate that those are photographs of the originals and where they were found. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Ron.
No.
Anything else?
Any other items?
If there is, I can't recall, ma'am.
All right. So, and counsel, if you all want to make arrangements for you and maybe the investigator or somebody to go view the vehicle, and if there's some items that is not on the list here, you can always come back to the court.
I have it in there.
Okay.
I spoke to him last week, so.
All right. So I'll make notations of this, and then we'll have your client here so he can catch his breath.
Okay.
And they're going to bring him some water.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And I'll get a copy of your order.
Yes.
For myself.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Could I have a B page on this case? Because it.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day, love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay.